I don't know what happened to him since then. I don't know if he got lost at home, out in the outdoors, in the world, if he got trashed. I don't know where he is. I'm back at work for the second day of the year. That was the first shift of 2020. It's January 2nd, but it's the first time I've been back at work this year because I had yesterday off. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Clearly the weather is just great outside. Nice and chilly, 50 to 60 degree rainy dreariness. So yesterday I got home a little before 11 because of dawdling around with the vlog before I left work the other night. But anyway, just had a pretty chill night the rest of the night at home. And then yesterday, when we both had the day off again, we watched a bit of the season 2 for You on Netflix again. And then I also did some editing and uploading for my vlogs, which has been long overdue, as well as reading a little bit of The Chaos of Standing Still, which I have started as of the new year. I did finish the very last of Anna Wendy Hopler's, I think I finished it within 3 to 5 minutes before midnight going into New Year's. It was very, 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 very close to the end of the year, but I did it. So, unlike last year, I did not cross into the new year mid-book. So, I'm glad about that, because that bothered me a little bit last year. Why? I don't know, but it's not happening this year. I only got through about 45 pages throughout the day, because I mostly spent the time working on editing and whatnot. And then I also reorganized my bookshelves because the stack of books that I have read and not put back into the bookshelf was getting quite extensive. So, did that as well. And yeah, so today was spent listening to a lot of the audiobook for Chaos of Standing Still, so I think I'm about halfway. Well, actually, I finished just over 200 pages in, but right before I took a break for eating lunch and watching more of You, but, yeah, so it should be right about that was right at the halfway point, because it's 403 pages and I think I was on page 203 at that point. And I've just listened to another 15 minutes or so on the way here. So over halfway done. And then I'm going to listen to more of that at work today. But once that is done, I have 3 more books still to go for this readathon. I have Tales of Beetle the Bard next, then Secret Garden and Recursion. And I'm a little annoyed because when I first looked into all the books for this week, everything except this Wayside School and Tales of Beetle the Bard had a matching audiobook on Scribd. But when I went back for Recursion to download the books so they were ready for while I was at work, while I was still connected to my Wi-Fi at home, Recursion disappeared and said that it's not actually available until the 27th of this month. Which keeps happening. There's always like one that I have saved that when I go back to it, it's like, actually, not yet. Which it didn't say when I first saved it and did the search, but whatever. We'll work with it. But anyway, that's where we are with things. I'm gonna go ahead and finish heading on into work, and hopefully it'll be a pretty chill day. Hopefully we'll finish this readathon with everything set up by the end of the week. Also, alright, this may actually suck, considering, and we'll have to see where audiobooks are by that point, but Saturday is when I'm officially set to go to Marietta to meet up with Beth, Lisa, and Eleanor, which has never happened all at the same time, I don't think, except like when Ed and I got married. I think it's the only time we've all been together at the same time. So it's a big deal. So that is happening this Saturday, and then Monday, Ed is scheduled to go meet up with the appraiser for the final inspection, make sure that they're happy with all the repairs that they finished. That was, I think they finished it this Tuesday, is when we got the confirmation. So yeah, and then from there, we close on the 17th, and it's just getting closer and closer, and I can't even believe we're almost there still, but I'm looking forward to it. Partly because it'll be nice to actually have space to like do videos and stuff at home and not feel like everything's all close together where it's like overheard. 'Cause awkward. Anyway, it is time to go inside, and I will update more later. The Georgia weather memes are all too legit when the fact that yesterday was purposely raining, like 45, maybe 50 degrees throughout the day yesterday, and today, I mean, it's set to rain probably in the next couple of hours, but it's 70 something degrees outside right now, and it's supposed to stay right about the 70s for the majority of the afternoon and evening. What even? And I was just reading the East Cobb Patch article this morning for like Marietta area. They're supposed to be like anticipating potential snow like tomorrow. Like, okay. Anyway, I am off to go look at some books because it's the beginning of the year and I am so sleepy just sitting around at home, and so why not? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and then probably eat soon as well. Yeah, I just had to be like, this weather though, really? What even, Georgia? You couldn't even manage to hold on to winter for 3 days into the new year. It's only January 3rd, and it feels like spring, like almost summer outside right now. Just wow. And when I was driving into the parking lot for work today was to try and do a video super quickly about what I got at Barnes & Noble today and everything, but the weather did not want that to happen. When I parked at home, when I first got back to go and grab my work stuff for the day and get ready to leave, like, it started raining a decent bit. Wasn't terrible, but it was a steady rain. And then the last few minutes of the drive here, even though it was kind of floody on the highway on the way, the last few minutes it was just not raining, just super overcast. But no, right when I went to park, the first couple raindrops started coming down. So then I was like, yeah, we're just not really gonna try to test that. We need to go inside. I can just do this now, for example. So I turn off my car, get outside, immediately start opening my umbrella. And by the time it takes me to walk around my car and open up the umbrella, not even that long, it just starts downpouring. The most rain that I have been through in I don't even know how long. Like, I'm talking sheeting rain, pouring down almost sideways with winds just ridiculously strong. Like, my umbrella got flipped inside out and almost yanked out of my hand. Strong winds, while it's just throwing buckets of rain on my back as I'm trying to get my bags out of the car, and I'm trying to protect the books that are still there, and my purse is not zipped shut, and I don't have time to do any of that, so I'm quickly just shoving my purse into the tote bag from Goodreads that I brought with me, because I knew it might rain a bit. So I'm like, let me just grab the tote bag to protect books in case the shopping bag I get isn't good enough. But no, what? Just in the 2 minutes it takes to walk right there in the building, it's not even that far behind me, it's like right there, I was just soaked to the bone basically. Like, my back was soaked, everything below my knees was soaked, I had water in my shoes, and the shoes were just soaked to the death. My jacket was soaked, my bags, all of them, even the side pocket of my purse was soaked, even from within the tote bag. Like, I couldn't keep my phone in my bag because the moment I slid it in there, just like water all over it, and I had to wipe it off and like take it right back out. It just, oh my god. And I was freezing, because even this jacket, I was wearing the Ravenclaw hoodie that's just a zip up hoodie when I walked in, and I went to take this one out of my backpack thinking, okay, it was in the bag is a bit wet, sure, it's pretty well soaked, but certainly the hoodie inside is decent. But no, it also was damp enough that I even just trying to put my arms in the sleeves, not even actually putting it on, I'm just like, nope, cold, wet, nope, can't, no. And I was dying waiting for my lunch break waiting from 4 o'clock till like 7:15 because I was so cold. And so I finally learned how to use a Keurig for the first time, because I actually went ahead and finally used my hot chocolates that have been sitting in my desk forever since before Christmas. Let me tell you, I want to smack past me in the face and be like, you were way overthinking this. Literally so easy. Anyway, aside from that though, like for real. And as if that wasn't enough, my computer that I went and sat down at my desk did not have internet today either. So I was late signing in because I had to put in a ticket for that, because I don't know what's going on. So I had to sign into someone else's computer after I'd already signed into mine, and then it takes longer because I've never used that other computer before. It was a lot. Oh god. But yeah, it took like 4 hours for my shoes to dry out enough for me to be comfortable wearing them again, though still they were vaguely damp at that point still, but they were tolerable. My pants, I had to roll up the legs a little bit for a while until that grew too cold from sitting on the dry spot, and had to roll them back down and try and deal with that. And I wanted to cross my legs or do something to be more comfortable, but I couldn't because the cold, the wet. For real. So yeah. and the bottom of my backpack is still soaked. There's still a good bit of wetness on the outside of the shopping bag for the books, though thankfully the books themselves are fine. That's the important thing. But yeah, I still don't know the full extent of my purse though. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's just the outer pocket that got a bit wet. But I haven't really had a chance to do a proper look because we're still slammed catching up on things from New Year's in the department. Like, we're still like 2 hours behind on requests coming in. Like, they're coming in 2 hours late because we have so much to go through. But anyway, it's a lot to do. So the main thing I was originally going to make a video before this whole weather thing occurred, I went to Barnes & Noble because they're having like a 50% off a whole ton of their books, and I rarely go there, but I try to go just often enough to validate my membership that I do yearly. So I got a copy of Capturing the Devil, since it's the last book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and I haven't had a chance to read it yet. And it was 50% off. Also, I got a book, what is it called? I'll have to double check it later. But I think it's called This Isn't Possible, or This Will Not Work, or something like that. But it's about Netflix and the first CEO and how they like created it, and yeah. So that was also something I found interesting. It was part of the 50% off books. And then at the last minute, before I went to check out, I found a couple of Barnes & Noble like leather bound, I think, classics. I'm actually in the middle of reading one for Secret Garden. Actually finished that during my shift, but I was in the middle of reading it when I was there, and they had that among this particular collection, and they're only $10 as opposed to majority of them that are the fancier $25 ones. And they had one for Peter Pan, which was also been one on my wish list, so I grabbed that as well. And then I, of course, expanded on my Harry Potter magnetic bookmark collection. I got one set that was Harry, Hagrid, Hedwig, and Dobby, because I don't know what happened to my Dobby. He's been missing since Owls in April. Last I saw him, he was ironically with Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. I don't know what happened to him since then. I don't know if he got lost at home, out in the outdoors, in the world, if he got trashed. I don't know where he is. I've been looking and I can't find him. So I got another Dobby. And I'll probably share the others with like Lisa or Beth or Eleanor when I see them tomorrow. And oh my god, I'm gonna see them all together tomorrow. Holy crap. For one. Hopefully there will be shenanigans, because I miss shenanigans so much. And then I also got a set of the bookmarks, I call it the Hagrid collection. I think it also has Hagrid, so I may have inadvertently gotten a second and a third Hagrid today. Oops. But it also has Norbert, because I've realized since purchasing the other ones that the one I thought was Norbert before is actually a Thestral. I was always curious. I'm like, why are there two Norberts in different collections, and they look so different? And it occurred to me after the fact. But yeah, that has Norbert, Fluffy, and Buckbeak. No, not Buckbeak. I don't remember the last one. Dang it. Maybe it is Buckbeak, and now I have two Buckbeaks too. Let's just check, why don't we? And then we're gonna have to hurry it on home, because we've been putting off leaving a good few minutes already. Yes, here they are. So there's the Harry, Hagrid, Hedwig, Dobby. And then I don't know why this one is white randomly, but okay, yup. It's another Buckbeak. Of course. Oh well. They're easy to share with, so it's fine. They're pretty cheap anyway. So anyway, I need to get home before people are like, whoa, dude, where you at? Like, for you. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Hopefully tomorrow goes well. It's not supposed to rain after 11-ish when I'm set to get there, so the drive there might be a little bit iffy, but hopefully while we're there it'll be fine and things will go well tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I will talk to you later and hopefully things will be good. Oh yeah, right, one last thing, I promise. I couldn't get a copy of Recursion on audiobook because of the whole thing with script that I mentioned previously. But I do keep a copy of my original list of options for the readathon, so in case one doesn't work out, I have backups to look through. And Ready Player One was my backup for this prompt, and there is a copy of that available, thankfully, on the library streaming app. So I've been listening to that for the last couple of hours, and that's what we're gonna do to make sure we can finish this readathon tomorrow. And then hopefully I can get through the last of Tales of Beedle the Bard tonight as well, because I also have that. But that one should be quick. But yeah, now we're done. Going home now.